Hello students, today we are going to learn the topic motion. So in your earlier classes also you have learnt about this topic. Now we'll see in detail about this topic. See, firstly you should know what is rest and what is motion. See children, if an object is not changing its position with time with its surroundings, it's not changing its position with time with its surroundings, is said to be at rest. If an object is changing its position with time according to its surroundings, that is with respect to its surroundings, if it is changing its position with time, then it is said to be in motion. Next, in motion also, uniform motion and non-uniform motion. What is uniform motion and non-uniform motion we'll see. See, if uniform motion, non-uniform motion. Uniform motion is if an object is changing its position with time. It is moving equal distance in equal intervals of time. Then it is said to be uniform motion. Equal distance, if the object or the body is covering equal distance in equal intervals of time, then it is said to be uniform motion. If an object is changing its position, that is non-equal distance and equal intervals of time, equal time interval, then it is said to be non-uniform motion, or equal distance in unequal interval of time, unequal time interval, then it is said to be non-uniform. Any one of it, equal distance, unequal distance, equal time, or equal distance, unequal time, anything can be different, so then it is said to be in non-uniform motion. Next topic is, we'll see distance and displacement. See, for example, a ball is thrown from a point A, it will reach point B, it will take a path like this. When it is thrown, the ball is thrown, it will move like this and reach to the point B. So here when we see the ball is reaching from the point A to point B, but it will reach and take the path like this and reach point B. So the distance traveled is like this, and when we see, this is called as the displacement. Displacement means from the initial point the ball is reaching to the final point. Here distance is the path traveled or the path taken by the ball to reach from one point to another point. It is a path traveled by the ball. And here displacement, we can define the ball reaching from the initial point to the final point in a specified direction. So you have to learn this also, vector and scalar quantity. A physical quantity, we can define a physical quantity like this. If the physical quantity which do not require any direction for their specification, then it is called as the scalar quantity. For example, in distance, example is distance. Here in vector is a quantity, physical quantity, where it has to be represented the direction and also magnitude. Here we should know magnitude, that is the value, and also the direction in which it is moving. It will be represented by an arrow like this. So here, from here till here, the initial point to the final point, it is moving in the specified direction, then this is called as displacement and it is a vector quantity. Yes. Next we'll see speed and velocity. What is speed? Speed, it is the distance traveled by in a time taken. Speed is the distance traveled by the time taken. Here velocity can be represented by the displacement by the time taken. So we will define average speed. How you can represent average speed? It is the total distance by time taken. Total distance by time taken. Average speed is given by total distance by time taken. The distance covered by an object in unit time is called average speed. And here velocity, when we come to the velocity, it is a displacement by time taken. So average velocity, how you can give is total displacement by time taken. Total displacement by time taken. So here displacement of an object per unit time is called average velocity. Here average velocity is the vector quantity. Average velocity is the vector quantity and is along the direction of displacement. And here average speed is the scalar quantity. So both can be represented by the SI unit, meter per second. Now we'll see acceleration. What is acceleration? Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity of an object is called acceleration. It is given by delta V by t. Here delta V is the change of velocity. That is, here acceleration, it is also a vector quantity. So initial velocity, it is represented by u, and final velocity, it is represented by v. So final minus initial velocity will gives the change in velocity by time, gives the acceleration. Now we will solve some of the equations of uniform accelerated motion. Now we will see this. First, acceleration, we know that it is delta v minus by t. Here delta v, it is the change in velocity, that is final minus initial. A is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity by t. So now we will solve this. T goes up, at is equal to v minus u. So if u from this side, if it goes to the left hand side, it becomes positive. U plus at gives v. So simply you can write like this: v is equal to u plus at. This is the first equation, equation 1. Now you know that acceleration of a body is constant. Since the acceleration of a body is constant, average velocity is equal to final plus initial by 2. But we know that average velocity, the formula for average velocity is equal to displacement by time taken. Displacement by time taken. That is, displacement, it is represented by s and t, s by t. But here average velocity we are giving by v plus u by 2, and here the formula is s by t. Now we'll see, look at the equation. Average velocity v plus u by 2 s by t. So this will take it as second equation. you know that from the first equation v is equal to u plus at. Now what we'll do is, here we are going to substitute this equation in second equation. So put v is equal to u plus at in equation 2. Yes. So when we put v is equal to u plus at in equation 2, then you are going to get u plus at plus u by 2 is equal to s by t. So here there are 2 u's, so you can write down as 2u plus at by 2 is equal to s by t. So here 2 gets cancelled, so u plus, here it will remain as it is, at by 2 is equal to s by t. Now we'll cross multiply it. This, it goes upside, ut, yes, plus a t square by 2 is equal to s. So here we'll get the third equation, s is equal to ut plus at square by 2. This is one more equation we got now. This is a third equation. See, from this equation we get v minus u is equal to at. So if you want t, then v minus u by a. Then now we'll substitute this t value in the second equation. So we know that second equation is v plus u by 2 is equal to s by t. This was the second equation. Now what we are going to do is, now substitute t in equation 2. So we'll take this second equation and substitute t value. V plus u by 2 is equal to s by t value is here. This one we are going to substitute in this equation, v minus u by a. So this a, it goes upside, v plus u by 2 is equal to SAS by v minus u. Now cross multiply it, v plus u, v minus u 2 is equal to AS. So now as you see, a plus b into a minus b, you are going to get a square minus b squares. In the same manner, now we are going to do this. V square minus u square is equal to 2as. So this is the equation, fourth one, which we are got now. So here are the three equations of uniform accelerated motion. So here v is equal to u plus at. This is the equation, first equation, and next for displacement ut plus half at square, or you can write like this, at square by 2 also, and v square minus u square is equal to 2as. These three are the equations of uniform accelerated motion.